Good morning, beautiful people. How are you today? Today I wanted to talk about something that came up this weekend at a wedding I was at. I was in a circle with a couple moms that have like kids under 5. And so, I have my 20-year-old and then I have kids under 5. So I have that like gap there and I have that like little bit of extra experience. And one of the things that came up, like one of the moms was crying. She has like a 3-week-old and I know how hard it is. I've cried when I was out and I had a 7-year-old. So, and then last year I went out for my sister's birthday and I cried. That was my first time being out since I had both my kids. I was like nursing for years and I was out crying because I was a bad mom because I was like out and not home with my kids. That was because I got to a point of way too much alcohol. But anyway, the conversation that came up was like, obviously just like really hoping that she felt seen. But in my experience, like over the years, as much as like I had to, so I was an only parent. And so like for me to go out, it required like me and my son to be out of a routine, him to go to a babysitter. And, he was probably sleeping out for the night and just like, there were a lot of factors involved. So it had to be like a big reason a lot of times for me to like choose to do all of that, like get a sitter, leave my son at home. But I noticed at some point I had to start being like a lot more intentional about it because I noticed like after I got out and like, I'm saying like from start to finish, like I was like looking really cute. I did my hair, I did my makeup, I went out, I danced, I flirted, I had adult conversation. I was told how beautiful I was 100 times. And just like having a great time with my girlfriends or on a date with somebody or like an activity, like, like the bowling or the throwing of the axes or hiking or ice skating or like whatever it looked like a million times over the last 20 years. I came back a better parent for him. I was able to release things that were caught up in my body. I was able to feel young, wild, and free again. Sexy like a woman, not just a mom. Like doing the daily grind of like work, school, kid, run the household, pay the bills, like doing all of those things. I was able to just like be me again and to be human again. And it felt great. And so I was able to come back refreshed. And so like this weekend, my kids slept out. Me and my man went to a wedding and we had a beautiful time. My kids slept out. So like the next morning we went and had breakfast, and for the first time in 5 years, like by ourselves, and we just like sat there in silence and just like sipped on our coffee, without worrying if kids ate breakfast or like kept them in their seat, don't bang the silverware, just like all the things. But it was nice, right? And we just like, we got some errands done without like having to pull the kids in all the time. So one of the things about going out this weekend is I actually wore eye makeup and my eyes are like, what happened? So we picked the kids up last night and we stayed and had dinner at my sister's house. We came back really late. The kids went like right to bed. We went right to bed. And this morning, not sure if you hear them in the background, but everything's back to normal. But my energy is like so fresh and recharged. Like it was 6 in the morning and I'm like running around playing hide and seek with my son, and we're like laughing. I'm tickling him. I'm holding him like closer than, and like, it just like feels better and stronger. And, you know, than, what it's been lately. So anyway, mom burnout is a real thing. Be aware of it, see how it feels in your body, figure out what you need to do to process that. And if that requires you leaving the house and leaving your children, it is okay. Give yourself permission to do that. Give yourself the strength to do that. Maybe if it's for an hour a week, like whatever that looks like for you. Because I can reassure you that when you come back, you'll be better. And I'm like a quality time human being, like when it comes to the love languages. And like, so it's like quality over quantity. So it's better to have mom separate for a little bit, catch her breath, release that feeling of like feeling like everyone's like hanging off of your body. Not even the feeling, but the actual reality that everybody's hanging off of your body. But to just like shake it off, let that all go. And then you can come back and you can be a better you in all of the areas that are important to you. Like if you want to bond and have connection with your man, but you're not able to because your body is like so overstimulated because the kids are feeding off of you, climbing on you, just like needing you at all times. So then you don't have anything available for you or your significant other, then it's something to consider in regards to processing that emotion through your body. Say, for example, you like to do art and there's no space in your life for art right now. Maybe that is where you specifically schedule that time. At least we're starting at once a week here to have that space for art for yourself. Obviously, like those are 2 examples, but there's plenty more where that comes from. Like just think of like where and how it applies to you. And just remember, things will be better when you get back and you will be recharged. You'll be a better you. You'll be able to like re-identify and like refill your you cup, right? So, yeah. And if like being the mom is what you value most, then I think like just like remembering like I'm a better mom when I come back from these situations. And just like embracing that and knowing it and like owning it and coming in with the big girl pants on and just like loving that. So, we see you, we love you, we hear you. It is not an easy time. So be strong, be sexy, be blessed, be peaceful and kind and patient and be silly, you know. So thank you for listening, and go take care of yourself. I love you. See you next time.